Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and in this video, we're going to be having a look at the 110 by BigDubz. Now, this is actually his very first truck, and so it's a really impressive thing to look at, and you guys may have seen it before on some of my streams, but I've never actually done a full highlight video on it, and I think that now that we have the Super Truck Stadium available to us, especially on all systems, there's no better time than now to really dive into this thing and just see what's all there. Now, also, let me go ahead and get the whole console thing out of the way right off the bat. As of recording this video, this vehicle is not currently available on consoles. However, I do feel like there is a chance that it could be there in the future. It's all up to the developers. It's 100% up to the developers. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into the customization of it. Now, we do have a 2.5-liter turbo diesel factory engine. We also have a tuned 2.5-liter diesel or turbo diesel, and then we also have a crawler-tuned 2.5-liter turbo diesel. So I'm going to go with the crawler-tuned version first because we are going to go ahead and take it down the crawler course. But we're also going to grab the... Okay, so there's two transmissions aside from the main one. There's the grabber, and there's the yeet box. First of all, I love the fact that he named one of his transmissions the yeet box, and secondly, I think for our purposes right now, maybe the best option is the grabber? Maybe? I don't know. That might be the best one for crawling. We'll find out, I guess. So, there's two versions of the 6-inch lift, and I think I'm going to go with the first version because that should help keep the center of gravity down a little bit. And now, let's see. You start off with these 34-inch Cymex Trekkers, but when you open the tire selection, you have 34-inch all-terrains, 39-inch all-terrains, let's see, 43, 47, 51, and 55-inch all-terrains. They're a very BFG-like tread pattern. Then you have these. Then you have 34-inch Thornbirds, BFG KR2s, BFG KM3s, Don's Boggers, DBZ IROCs, Cymex Trekkers in 39, 39-inch Thornbirds, 39-inch BFG KR2s, and the list goes on and repeats in all of those sizes, 34, 39, 43, and of course 47. And all the way up to 51 if you so desire and if you want to make it huge. So I think what we're going to do with this particular one is we're probably going to go with the 47-inch IROCs. I don't know why that seems like it's going to be a good size for this. We'll see, but I don't know. I'm thinking that it's going to be a good one, but at the same time, it may not be. So we've got our suspension and wheel and tire package done. Now, rear bumper-wise, we can put a rear bumper on it apparently, but I don't know where. Oh, okay. Well, let's go ahead and throw one on. We might as well. Now, you can do a full exo cage, and if you do the full exo cage, there's actually a different option to do a cage-mounted snorkel, which I do really like that. That's a really cool touch. And once you actually have done the exo cage, you have the option of the rock sliders and the drop hitch as well if you're interested in doing some towing, but I'm not really going to be doing any towing with this one right now, so that will wait for the future. Now, we are also going to do the 110 front bumper, and you have Defender Factory wheels, you have Yeah Buddy's Methods, and you have Pro Steel wheels. So I'm going to do Yeah Buddy's Methods, and then you have a pretty good variety of colors here. None that seem like super off the wall or crazy. Pretty much your standard color assortment. I'm probably going to go with like a gray or a silver. But then again, I really want to go with a red. I don't know. If I go with a red, if I paint it red, there's going to be a bunch of people that are going to say, why did you paint it red? But at the same time, I have painted some trucks other colors lately, and so I think I am going to paint this one red. Now, you can't do any interior customization right now, but he may add that in the future. I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and fire it up. Sounds pretty good, actually. It's got a really good diesel sound to it. Let's take it to the crawler course and see how it does over there. Now, before we do that, let's at least run it through the first mud hole real quick. Pretty good. I gotta admit, like, it's doing really well through this first mud hole. Dare I run it through the second one? We'll do more. We'll have more opportunities to do mud testing with it later. I really want to see how it crawls. Now, I'm not going to time this run because I really want to see and analyze the performance of it rather than trying to go for a time right now, but let's see. With the diff lock engaged and the rig in low plus, It definitely seems like it's got a very crawler-focused suspension. I mean, the way it flexes is obviously really, really, really good. I think if you're somebody that likes to spend hours upon hours, you know, finding new trails or crawling up rocks and things like that, this will be kind of right in that wheelhouse for you. And if it is, dude, absolutely feel free to give this thing a download. I mean, especially for it being a first mod, it's great. It's awesome. And the tire selection is the biggest thing. The tire selection is wild on this thing. Absolutely wild. Now, let's see. Turn the lights on? Oh, okay, yeah, no, I tried to turn the lights on before, and they didn't turn on immediately, but now they do for some reason. I will turn them off again. Scrambles up over the logs pretty well. Wow, it moves onto the logs very smoothly. Like, the suspension tuning is nice. Really nice feeling. What's interesting is my brain told me, oh, you're gonna have to put the lockers on for this part, but even before I put the lockers on, it was doing fine. It wasn't like it needed the lockers. It was just like, you know, putting the lockers on made it just that little bit easier. Oh my god, turn that off. Thank you. Up and over, not bad. All right, put it in automatic mode and go. Now that we've tested the crawler box, I think we're gonna put the yeet box in it. Hold on. Let's do yeet mode and yeet box and refresh that. So now with the yeet mode engine and the yeet box transmission, which is a 5-speed, it seems, oh god. Oh, that transforms it a lot. Holy smokes, that's a big, big, big transformation there. Whoa, okay, all right. I'm surprised it didn't tip over just then. Let's see, high gear through the rocks with the yeet box? Maybe? Aim for it. Aim for it. Ooh, maybe not. Or maybe don't aim for it. I don't know. We could, like, maybe if you don't aim, it'll be better. Sometimes that ends up being the better option. Not always, but sometimes. All right, I'll put it back in automatic mode and head for the racetrack. Well, we're going to... There's our one roll that we get for the... Ah, no, you don't. Let's head for the racetrack and see if it can actually make it over the first jump. It probably can. What's wacky to me is the fact that like, literally, I didn't really do anything crazy with it just then. I just took off, and it was like, oh, yeah, we're going to spin around backwards and then roll over. And I'm like, okay. Now, the interior view does look awesome. It really, really looks good. Now, it's got that very old-school vibe to it, but it's actually got kind of a feeling of something that used to be a street, you know, street vehicle, but got turned into a crawler, and so you have that, like, exposed metal, but you still have the leather seats, you still have the dash, but there's exposed metal in other areas. It's a really cool look, I think. Come on. I could get you to go in a straight line. That'd be just dandy. All right, let's go. There's fourth gear. Come on. Oh, just barely. Do you see where the back axle landed? That was just all right, this is not Formula Drift. Dude, we were going total Formula Drift mode for a bit, and then all of a sudden it just gave up and was like, not anymore. Like, no Formula Drift for you. Why do I have 2 snorkels? That wasn't part of the plan. Okay, so there's the cage snorkel. Where's the normal one? Oh, there it is. Okay, now we have just 1 snorkel. Okay, that was a little awkward. Go in a... Wow, okay. You kind of have to just let it counter steer on its own, because if you try to counter steer for it, it will really rip itself the other way. Jeez. It is not about that. It is not about that whatsoever. Like... Wait, are you telling me that we don't have any side winch points? Okay, yeah, we do. It just didn't want to use them. Because that's how this, like, quick winch system works. It likes to ignore everything that isn't either the front one or the rear one. Unless we're talking about certain very specific vehicles. Good lord, go where I'm pointing you! This thing with the yeet box has to be one of the weirdest vehicles to drive. Go! Oh, just barely. We broke the suspension. It's definitely not necessarily set up for the racetrack, but that's not a bad thing. I just kind of say that with warning in case you have ideas about taking it to the racetrack. Because there have been a couple of jumps that we've just barely made the cut with. Can we make it around this corner without flipping over? Find out on next week's episode of... Ooh, oh, that was beautiful! That was so beautiful. Drifted the inside line, and then that was just weird. I don't know why it decided that was the right idea. That surface change right there really kind of messes with vehicles. I don't know why it messes with vehicles so bad, but it's like you come off of the main asphalt, and then you get onto the concrete, and the tires go, okay, I have no grip on asphalt. Oh, concrete! The stickiest substance in the world! And it's like, it makes no sense at all. Alright, let's move you along now through the chicane. Dude, I swear if you flip over in the chicane, I'm gonna be a little upset. I'm gonna be just a little bit upset. Just gonna grab a winch point there just to try to, like, not topple over entirely. Easy. There we go. Ooh. Oh! You know, I was really hoping that wasn't gonna happen on dirt. It's always frustrating when it happens on pavement, but the thing about pavement is that you know it's just probably gonna happen. But when it happens on dirt, it's like, really? Here, of all places? Oh, I want to see if... Well, no, I'm not gonna take that jump. Because it probably... I don't know, it probably... Part of me feels like it won't make that one. I want to make sure it makes it all the way back into the stadium! This thing does not like certain corners. Maybe it's just this tire size. I mean, the rig is great. I mean, I'll give the rig the benefit of the doubt. And maybe it's just this particular tire size, or maybe even this particular tire that doesn't like, you know, taking any kind of corner at higher speeds. Let's see how we do here. Easy with it. See, okay, if you allow it to wash very, very, very wide, you'll be okay. But the thing is, that's not exactly the fastest way around the course. Like, you want to dive for the inside line. And if you can't dive for the inside line, that can be a little bit frustrating. Oh! It almost... Yep. Oh, finish the job. Come on. Nope. We were almost there. It was on that last crank. It was literally on the last crank when the engine gave up. That sucks. All right. Prepare and refuel. And... No! Not reverse, you blithering idiot. Let's go. Go, 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 go. In the straight line. Please and thank you. Oh! If we had been in 5th, it would have been just fine. If we had been in 5th, it would have been just fine. But no. But no. That's not what it wanted. It wanted us to hit the edge of the ramp. Oh my god, this thing has been hilarious to test, but it's been a blast, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it. And if you did, make sure to leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I will, of course, be down there to hang out with you guys and just chat about this thing or any questions about anything else you may have. I'm happy to answer those questions. And also, if you're new around here and you would like to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on, and I will see you guys in the next one. Talk to y'all later.